to be very clear, even with the younger generation, even though they don't know how they're moving a little different. I think most women want to, I can't speak for men. I think most women want to be married, right? I think usually what takes place is just like JR stated earlier, somebody done did something to her, so now she's like, I don't need a man because he done rocked her the wrong way. So I do believe that most young girls are taught that they want to be married, right? Now what that looks like, you know, how we get there is totally different than our counterpart. I mean, our other races of women. But I think that even today, most women want to be married. Even if they're not dating with intent, that doesn't mean they don't want to be married, right? Because and the reason why I say that is I think it's both men and women alike. You can go out and date people, right? And this person can be good enough to just date because you need something to do, a good companion. But you're like, do I want to marry them though? Because marrying somebody, that's a pretty big decision. You know, that's a person you're bringing into your life. You're responsible for, who's responsible for you, and you have to be, you have to take that on. It's very serious. So people are finding, both men and women alike, men are finding women that they could be cool with. She's good for this, but I don't know if she marriage material. Same thing with women when it comes to guys. They're marriage-minded people are missing each other. People who are ready for marriage are missing each other. They're not dating each other. Does that make sense? Everybody's dating somebody who is good for right now, but not necessarily for marriage. Does that make sense?
So I'm going to put back on what Shan said. Most women don't want to get married. Most women want the idea of marriage. Because most women are selfish. Let's be honest. Most women are selfish. We heard some selfish things up there. Yeah, I hear you. I got you. Most women are selfish. And we heard that a second ago when we hear about talking about we got to read your minds. We got to cater to y'all feelings, but y'all not willing to cater back to us and do what we need to. Y'all willing to treat us like ass.
Who said that?
Always be there for you. I didn't. The selfish part is kicking in right now because I didn't say nothing while everybody else was talking, but they're so selfish. They want to get this shit out while I'm talking.
Nah.
Right on. So let's talk about it. Most women love the idea of that. People don't realize how much work it is to be in a marriage. It's called sacrifice, and you can't be selfish and be willing to sacrifice at the same time. That's a conflict of interest. It's not going to work. You have to sacrifice a whole lot. That means everything that you want in yourself. You may have to sacrifice certain material things that you used to get and used to be involved with, places you used to go, individuals you used to hang with. You might have to get, your friends might have to get evaluated, and you might have to sacrifice certain childhood friends because it's not good for your marriage, because they're going to bring negative energy into your relationship, and that's not what you want. You don't want to do those certain things. So, ladies, I know y'all want that, and it looks good, the big, beautiful white dress, going down the aisle with your father holding you beside you, giving you away to your husband. I understand it's a beautiful ceremony. I understand all of that. But after the I do's is over, that's at work. You need to have your lunch pail and your hard hat ready to clock in every goddamn day. And ladies, I don't think y'all want that. Because when we heard a couple Wednesdays ago, we talked about it. It was for better, for better. They wasn't willing to do for the better, for worse. Because soon as that man loses his job or he goes through a layoff at work and he's unemployed for about 2 or 3 months and he's trying to get his shit back together, I heard some lady say, I'm out. I'm putting in my paperwork 2 weeks notice and I'm gone. They're not willing to put the work in no more because they're not selfless. They selfish.
Mm. But I think that you missed the part though, Hink. I agree with what you're saying, but I would say both parties are selfish because we were just talking about men wanting to cheat, and that is a selfish. That's being very selfish because that's for himself. That's not helping her. That's helping him. So we want to make sure we look at both parts because that's what we started with. But you're absolutely correct.
Let me get
top 1% of the 1%.
When you're living in your truth, being able to be 100% yourself that's the flex.
Yeah.
That's the flex. Not the flex in saying I get to do whatever the fuck I want to do. The flex is being able to say, I know I fucked up. Babe, before you hear this shit from somebody else, I'm man enough to tell you this is where I'm at mentally. And she does an unbelievable job by not judging the branch of the tree, but getting to the root of the tree. Because everything stems from something. And as I put my life in the forefront, I'm challenging all men to have that uncomfortable conversation with your partner.
Sheesh, yeah.
Yeah. So he kind of broke it down. Just had a conversation. You'd be surprised, as we spoke about earlier, what she would agree with. And it seems like they may have had a conversation despite what we may think on the outside looking in. I actually listened to a little bit of that interview, and it looks like they have a good relationship. They talk. He just don't put everything about what they discussed on the internet. I'm going to ask you guys about that in particular. Do you guys think relationships should be private? Should it be private into marriage? Should it just stay off the internet? Do you think the internet has conditioned us to feel like we have to put our relationship on the internet? Do you think that's suspect if you're not public with it? What are you guys' thoughts about it?
Don't put that relationship on the internet. Don't put that relation for females. Men, y'all do what you want to do. For females, because once you break up, you get somebody else, they're gonna be counting your relationships.
What?
Oh, she with somebody else now. They're gonna count it 1, 2, 3. Never mind that they're like 2 or 3 years apart, but they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They count all your relationships. Don't do
I feel like people shouldn't like make their relationship public unless it's like solidified, at least an engagement or something. Because in my eyes, you just telling me every time you having sex with somebody, oh, okay, that's the 5th guy this year. Got it. Okay, because that's what it looks like to me. Is you posting who you having sex with? That's all I can see when I see that.
Okay.
Fellas, I just want y'all to hear this.
Single.
I want y'all to hear this. She said it's okay to publicize it. One said, don't put it on there. We got to keep that information secret. We don't want to know about our body count. I understand. And then somebody wanted to have the question for me. She said, who hurt me?
Wait a minute. She said that in the back chat, and you just told her to not bring the back to the front. And yet,
right. So what's up? So what we doing?
No.
What we doing?
I didn't say who. I didn't say who.
It don't matter who. You said could nobody in the studio bring up us in the back chat. And here we are talking about the back chat. So who hurt you? So who did hurt you?
It was the ladies.
So who hurt you?
I know y'all want Hink's attention, and I don't blame you, but only woman gets my attention.
First of all, let me clarify something, because he ain't about to try to chop somebody down off a damn lumberjack tree, and it ain't about to happen, sir. So what I meant when I said don't post the relationship until it's solidified is because that beginning of the relationship is very important, getting to know somebody, and social media is extremely trivial to people having influence and being in situations where it's affecting them trying to get to know each other. Sir, why are you laughing?
That ain't why I said it. I said it because I'm tired of seeing all your little boyfriends that you posted, and I'm counting them. I'm like, girl,
yeah, that too. Because all I can get, like you're doing too much this year, okay?
Yes, show them, guys. I said it many times. You want to get to know a woman? Shout out to 2024. Shout out to whoever invented IG, because they tell all that goddamn information. You just log in, you pay attention, you take intel. They're going to tell everything because they can't hold water for shit. On a regular basis, they're going to tell their life story. You don't need to ask a body count. Look at their IG. That's going to tell them. Count every hard ankle you see attached to them and assume these heifers are fucking them. Assume these heifers are sleeping with them.
No, sometimes, sorry. And sometimes when they break up, they delete the picture. So the history's gone, sir. They delete them.
Hink, you used to hurt my pictures.
Shout out to being selfish.
What did you say, Shan?
JR, just keep on going.
Okay.
He can tell a tale on that. Just because my hearts your picture, that does not mean anything.